duh, because yeah, that makes sense. See, I'm just like dumb, pretty talent. Like that's all I am. And I know what I said. Don't you even fix your lips to correct
me. That's how you view yourself, the dumb, pretty talent. You know what?
That's what I am. It's fine. It's okay.
You know who you sound like?
I know where I stand.
Like Kanye.
Who? The fuck I do.
Yes.
No. Mm-mm.
The dumb, pretty talent. I'm a mega superstar genius.
That's what? That's absolutely not how. What? There's no comparison between the two. He considers himself a fucking a triple double averager. Like,
well, listen, the thing about Kanye, he considers himself a genius because I think he feels like other people consider him a genius. And what I've been having trouble with the past couple of days is who gave him that tag? Who said that, you're this genius? And you just kind of ran with it.
I mean,
was it us?
Yeah, I feel like I can't speak for anybody else, but I could definitely speak for myself when I say that I absolutely gave him that tag. I
really
totally gave him that fucking tag. Yes. Kanye is a fucking musical genius. He doesn't seem to really want to be anymore. He seems to want to be very and to be experimental is cool and shit. Yeah, and anyone who's watching right now, I'm absolutely talking to myself, and that's fine. But white people, it was us. No, I was totally in that camp. Like, I absolutely gave Kanye the stamp of like he was a musical genius. I really felt like when it came to instrumentals, when it came to production, like I felt like Kanye couldn't fail, and then he proved me fucking wrong.
But here goes the thing. Kanye gets this, he gets this man to, he's a big musical genius because of the way he does instruments. You know who else you can say that about? You can say that about Dr. Dre, Timbaland, DJ Premier. But they don't get saddled with this, he's a psycho genius and so abstract. And don't get me wrong, I like Kanye, and I feel like I may have contributed to him getting this title too.
You absolutely did.
I don't know if I missed this, but what was the exact moment you thought he got this title?
The moment I thought he got this title,
like genius, like egomaniac genius. He can be crazy because he's such a genius.
Wait. I never said that. Because Stevie Wonder's a musical genius and he's not fucking insane. Like,
but basically,
hold on now.
What was the moment we accepted it was okay for him to be kind of crazy because he was a genius? And we all know the line between insanity is genius is a thin one. When was that moment that you felt like it was okay for you?
No, that's the problem. I never felt that way. I never felt like it was okay for him to be crazy. I just felt like, yo, his music is fucking dope as shit. And we need to accept that and acknowledge that and give him his flowers for that. But that does not excuse insanity. Like, the man needs help. He has needed help for a very long time.
But Felicity K said it best, 100% correctly. Dark Twisted Fantasy is when we gave the okay. That's when we said it was kind of cool. Basically, today's theme is we're going to keep it self-contained, so it shouldn't be as long as our normal episodes. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and bring it in. What's really good? I am MTV Malik. He is Ace Metaphor. This is 224 The Basement. What's really good? Glad to be back. Glad to have you guys. Normally, we're taking a break while I do while we work on some other projects, but Certified Lover Boy and Donda from Kanye West came out the same week, and these niggas are beefing, and these two are some of the top names in the industry right now, so it doesn't feel right to not at least address it or at least talk about it some. So there's some shit I want to talk about. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
Artwork. Who wins the artwork? I mean, because this is the versus. Instead of Dipset versus the Lox, this is CLB versus Donda. Let's break it all apart. Donda has a all black, no words. It's just a black JPEG. And Drake certified lover boy.
It's like somebody put their finger over the camera and took a picture and was like, there you go, boom.
It's just blackness. And certified lover boy went the opposite route, where it's all white with like 12 pregnant emojis of a whole bunch of pregnant girl emojis, just pregnant girl emojis. Who has the better
Who's
artwork?
getting pregnant to this album? Like, they're both garbage. They're both garbage. Like, you know what? No, you know what? I'll go Donda. I picked Donda over CLB. Like,
overall or for the album cover?
For the album cover. Like, we taking this piece by piece. So okay. I'll say for the album cover, I go Donda over CLB. Yeah.
And let me tell you why you're wrong.
Oh, wow, I'm wrong. Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
Didn't know opinions could be wrong, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah, no, but they can.
But they can. All right, cool. I learned something today.
So, Kanye. Oh, I'm so crazy, but I'm a genius.
Oh,
all black. I'm saying something. I'm returning to blackness after this whole MAGA thing. And okay, cool. You got something to say. A good job, right? Right? It's kind of cringy. Now, Drake. This is Drake's superpower, is that sometimes Drake gets it. Drake is fully aware that his album cover is ridiculous. He's also aware that people will talk about it. It's ridiculous, but it's kind of funny. It's funny how ridiculous it is. And just that one little change up, besides just using a picture where where he's looking all in the camera or something, he put up this ridiculous picture, and guess what? He buys a couple of days of owning the internet. People are gonna make memes. College football teams are using it. It's hilarious.
But do you think that was his goal? Like he did that on purpose?
He gets it. Drake went from being teased about being emotional and vulnerable and made it his brand.
Which is funny because who's getting pregnant to this album? Like you know what? We'll get to that. It's fine. We'll get there.
Moving on. Theme. Kanye has a theme. This is a ode to his mother. This is about his fucking up to get closer to God. And I think it's a pretty great theme, and it's a theme that struck through most of the album with some pretty fucking big deviations. Like this was the theme, and on some of these songs, we totally forgot about the theme. For Drake with Certified Lover Boy, you got a lot of different sides of Drake on this one. I think a lot of people who love to hear rapping Drake are happy that Drake comes on here and he spit most of the time. But at the same time, you also got Tough Talk Drake, which nobody respects, and you got fake mafiosa Drake, which also nobody respects. And, you got angry, vindictive, petty Drake, which is actually some of the best. It's like Eminem. This is when we're going to get the best Drake, but there's not enough of it. So that's maybe 2 or 3 tracks. This was not a great outing by Drake.
Wait, hold on. Because what it sounds like you're attempting to allude to is that Kanye won this.
Now listen, when it comes to Drake Certified Lover Boy versus Kanye Donda, you know who wins this? Nas won.
King's Disease 2. Yes, thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Yes.
Nas won. A lot of other people won. But we're trying to put it down to here between these two. And I would give Drake this one over to Donda.
Drake won. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
We're gonna get into it. But right now we're on theme. How do you feel like, which one do you feel like was a superior theme? Who do you feel like stuck to it better? And who do you feel like executed it better?
Okay, when it comes to theme, I'll give it to Donda because Kanye, he wanted to be on his God shit, and damn it, he stuck to it. Even if his features didn't always stick to it, he did.
No. And Lil Baby, what are you talking about? Why
what
is
are
Yachty
you
here?
talking about? Why? What are they talking about? Like, whatever.
Even though the Lil Baby thing was tough. But
well, Hurricane was actually one of my favorite tracks on the fucking album. So
yes,
and I have to give you credit because you've been telling me about Lil Baby for months now.
He's getting yes. And the only reason why I ride so hard for Lil Baby is because I hated him so much. I put him in the group with the rest of the little rappers, and I really thought he was garbage. I paid him no attention, and then I accidentally listened to a couple of songs, and I was just like,
he said, I accidentally listened.
I noticed somebody getting better at their craft with every verse, with every rhyme, and I was actually really impressed because oh my God, I did not care about him at all, not even a little bit. And so my job is to us older people who don't listen to these people, it's to help shine light where's worth shining some light to, because it's so easy to hate these new kids. It's so easy, and I agree with most of it. But every once in a while, we may have our heads up our own asses so much. Sometimes it's good to pull it out, and if we don't pull it out every once in a while, we might miss something that's good. So I give Baby his props.
Yeah, Lil Baby, he does his fucking thing on these tracks. Like I can't front on the god. So when I listen to Hurricane on Donda, like I would honestly say when it comes to theme, when it comes to people sticking to it, like I said, even though not all the features do, I gotta give it to Donda on that one because if I hear Certified Lover Boy, I'm thinking it's gonna be a bunch of Marvin's Room tracks. It's gonna be a bunch of Best I Ever Had type tracks. And I mean, Drake spent half the album just talking his shit, which cool. I didn't mind, but does that fit the theme? Like I said, who's getting pregnant to this album with, you know what I'm saying, the 7 a.m. track that he had? Like,
right. And I respected the fact that we got Rappin' Drake this time around. But when you got Rappin' Drake, it put a lot of holes into the project, as in, now we don't got Dance Floor Drake. Now we don't have Pop Drake. And those are also very good Drake. And he has a little bit of everything, but it's not really fitting this whole Certified Lover Boy theme. And a lot of it, he sounds fucking angry. He wants his flowers. It sounds bitter about a lot of stuff. And I get it.
Exactly.
I get it. I get why Drake is mad.
I don't.
As big of a superstar he is, as big of a superstar as he is, as much money as he makes, as good as he is, he's in nobody's top 10. When you think, if you say top 10 rappers, you can ask anybody in the world. Even now, a lot of them still won't put him in the top 10.
No.
Drake feels like he should have more respect.
This is what drives me fucking crazy. You know what? I'm glad you said that because little segue into like, you see the NBA 2K ratings. They come out every year, and these NBA players are always upset with their ratings. These are multi-millionaires, and they're worried about what their video counterparts are rated. Like, are you fucking... Like, they get mad. They get legitimately mad about that shit. And it's just
tradition now.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, if I'm Drake... If I make the money that Drake makes, if I have the love that Drake has, I don't fucking care. And, where are we when the awards drop? Blah blah blah. Who fucking cares? Like,
he does. He cares so much.
Stop caring. Why do you care? And then what? But what it is it's I can't say hypocritical, but he's lying. Let's just call it what it is, because he was like, I don't care which way the Grammys go. I just gave out, Grammys on my Instagram, whatever. And it's like, bruh, you care. You fucking care. Like,
he does care. And we know he does.
Why?
And he cares, and he feels like he doesn't get the respect. You heard it when he did the first song with Jay-Z, Pound Cake. He's like, they're still trying to lube me, dog. He doesn't feel like he doesn't get his, and it's not really us that much. He's not respected as much as he should be amongst his peers. And
he's never fucking going to be, because if there's even a whiff, just a faint scent of you not writing your own rhymes, that's gonna be an issue for you. That's gonna be a fucking issue.
I wouldn't say that, because a lot of the biggest names have teams and they have songwriters. And only in hip hop is this harsh, the standard of having to write everything of your own.
But that's what makes hip hop different. Because
the biggest MCs have writers. They do.
Who?
Jay has had other writers. Dre has had other writers.
Jay who?
Jay-Z. Come on. You trying to tell me
please
Memphis
point him out.
Bleak and Young Chris have never written on any of Jay-Z songs? They have. They have. Jay-Z, Jack.
Hot take, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Come on. I fuck with Jay, greatest rapper alive. He jacked Young Chris' whole flow. Dude, whisper shit. That was Young Chris's whole shit.
He jacked Young Chris's shit?
Whole flow. Heard it all over the Blueprint.
Wow.
Every time he got into that little whisper thing, that's Young Chris all over it. That wow reminds me of the Selma Hayek and Dogma Wow.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel right now. That's how I feel right this instant. So what you're saying, I can't even, I'm trying to get my words together because I never heard no shit like this in my life. So what you're saying,
Jay-Z's whole discography, he's not going to be the single solo writer on all of his songs. People got to be in there.
Wow.
Somewhere.
No, and like, okay, like when we talk about like Dre, Puff, stuff like that, like, no, we know they're not writing all their own shit. That's fine. Like,
sure. Jadakiss, yes. Jadakiss will write all of his rhymes. Of course he will.
But I mean, but even if we're like, let's talk about it. Like, we're talking about Drake. We're talking about him not getting his respect. So let's look at his contemporaries. Wale, writing on his own shit.
Kendrick. As great as Wale is.
Don't you fucking dare.
I do not know if anybody has written anything for Kendrick. I can't call it. For sure.
Yeah, no one's read Kendrick. We know Kendrick wrote for Drake.
You know, but it's funny you brought up Kendrick because Drake is a bigger star. He has way more money, way more fans, sell way more records, and Kendrick has 100 times more respect.
But isn't that what it always is? Isn't that what it always is? That's what it is in hip hop. The ones that cross over, I would say 70, 75% of the time, the ones that cross over and get that mainstream media, credibility, it's always somebody in the trenches that has the more respect. Like MC Hammer was doing mega numbers, but who fucking cared in the hood? Like,
you know what? I'm not going to lie. MC Hammer was mistreated. He kind of reminds me of like how you know how we look back at Monica Lewinsky now? We look back and we all feel bad. Like we all kind of did her dirty. And we kind of did that with Hammer too.
Listen,
Hammer
didn't go broke MC Hammer.
Hammer didn't go broke from bad spending habits. Hammer
went broke from helping too many people.
Helping too many people. Too big of a heart.
Yep.
He literally gave away $30 million. For nothing. And he put all of his people on the payroll.
Right. I mean, and
some of them weren't great decisions, but and the funny thing is, you didn't realize till years later how hood of a dude he was. Like, people forget, Hammer's an Oakland nigga.
And that is my favorite thing to fucking say about people. Like, people look at, the success someone has and thinks that, they're soft or they sold out or whatever. Hammer was an Oakland nigga. Will Smith is a Philly nigga. Jada is a Baltimore bitch. Like, you can't be looking at these people and just be like, oh, they whatever. Like, go ahead and press them and find out who they like. Even Common is, he does movies and shit like that. Common is a fucking Chicago nigga. Go ahead and try him if you want to and see what the fuck he about. Especially after working out. Nah, I don't want no smoke with him. Like,
a lot of people feel that way about actors and stuff, but you got, somebody like Brad Pitt. You forget Brad Pitt is like 6'3", a solid 220 pounds and will fuck you up if you felt so inclined, you know?
And get away with it too.
Yeah. Will Smith is 6'5", 225. Remember, he bulked up to play Ali. He'll fuck you up.
No smoke. Not even a little bit. Not even one inhale of smoke do I want with him. But
facts.
To return to the topic at hand, we dealing with Drake. Drake feels slighted, and honestly, what I felt from him from this album was a lot of what I felt from Wale for a long time. Like, you are loved, you are respected, but you have it in your head that it's not enough, which is something I saw J. Cole conquer, which is why he's having this almost a renaissance that he's had with KOD and the warm up. Like, you see J. Cole out here living his best life.
He got so comfortable with himself. Right. And it shows how he can live and coexist amongst all of these other counterparts who are nothing like him. Here goes something crazy to think of. Him and 21 Savage haven't missed yet. They haven't anytime they hooked up. And 21 Savage is the fucking epitome of some ignorant ass rap. Even though I like him more than I would say I probably should. And coexist. And J. Cole can just coexist and ride with him. It's crazy to think how crazy those two can fit. Those two could probably do a whole album together and it would be fire. It would be better than these half-ass duet albums we've been getting.
And this is the thing. Like, if you look at, you know, we talk about people who have, you know, people who wrote for them. That's fine. Like, but what else has Dre given us other than rhymes? Fantastic production. You know what I'm saying? How many artists has he put on? Can we say the same about Drake? So it's like, if you're writing, if your pen is questioned, what else do you give us? Now, not that anyone is questioning Cole's pen. Right. No one's questioning Cole's pen, but on top of his pen, he's also bringing us other artists. He's also getting into production. So it's like Cole is giving us a lot right now. We can't say the same about Drake.
Drake has had problems doing that, and it's one of the reasons why not signing with OVO is one of the smartest things The Weeknd has ever done. Because I don't want to be an under Drake nigga. And then Drake called him fucking nobody, which is funny.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure somebody out there will. But if you look at those awards that Drake doesn't care about, I'm pretty sure Weeknd has more of them.
Grabbing them up. Moving on. Length of the album. I hated the length of both. There's no reason why Kanye shit dropped.
Fucking long.
I'm pretty sure Kanye shit topped out at like an hour and 50, maybe 2 hours.
1 hour and 48 goddamn unacceptable fucking minutes that took me 2 days to get through. Yes.
And what was CLB?
126, I want to say. Something like that.
Both of these albums were too long. Both of these albums could have cut 7 tracks. Kanye's album, you could have easily cut the last 4 tracks. They were just remixes of earlier songs. I got an idea. Put the baby on the first jail and call it a fucking day.
Or you can completely cut him off the motherfucking album. That'd be dope, because then I can listen to the track.
Yeah, Kanye just says, you know what? It's a little bit too clean. Let's be problematic. This is an album about getting closer to God and about, you know, the feelings I've had when I lost my mother. Let me bring, 5 of the most problematic men I can find in the world. And let's talk about it. And have them talk about nothing about what this album is talking about. So
nothing.
There
was no fucking purpose.
He could have just done without him. It wasn't necessary. It was never necessary at all. Some of the features were dope. Some of the features were great. Some of them weren't needed.
On
both. They both.
Oh.
They both get an F and shitty length time. I will say for Kanye's album, though, this is one of the more coherent albums out of the last 2. For Drake, this is definitely stronger than and more coherent than Scorpion and Views. but both of them were a little bit more incoherent, kind of over the place. For Kanye went from like this amount, you know, to tighten it up. And Drake went from, his was a lot slower, what was a lot smaller. So Kanye got his shit a lot more tighter, which is funny because it's an incoherent mess. Just a lot less. But honestly, more focused.
Like, Kanye's album just sounded like noise. It was just a bunch of fucking noise. And it was just like, it was relentless. Like I could not listen to it in one day. I got to
Donda Chant pissed me off.
Oh my God. I thought I was getting trolled. I thought for sure. I was like, yo, he can't be serious with this shit.
It's like somebody got into the Spotify stream and is fucking with us.
I'm like, you can't be, and to make that the first track, like, it becomes a part where it's not art, it's marketing. And it's like, I'm gonna make this the first track. You're gonna think something's gonna happen, but it's not. But I'm still gonna get 1 million streams off of this because it's the first track. And I'm just sitting there furious. I was fucking furious. And by the time I reached for my phone to skip the track, it was over. And I was so mad that I gave it a full fucking listen. Like,
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is about both of these albums? Both of these albums, you'll never have to replay again. You pick your 1 or 2 songs that you fuck with, Jail and the 7 a.m. or wherever the fuck he was at, and you're gonna call it a day.
And keep it moving. Like, this is a perfect example of what music is today. Music today is picking what you want and moving forward.
Fucking, and I was surprised because Kanye doing the data dump, okay, I can kind of see. He hasn't really done one of those. And when I saw like 27 tracks, like, yeah, it's a fucking data dump. Drake has given us several data dumps throughout his career, which actually for him, his data dumps are better than a lot of people's albums. So the fact of the matter is, both of these albums was fucking exhausting to get through. And music shouldn't be like that. Music should be a journey. It shouldn't be a fucking long journey like you got to drive 2 hours of work. Right. And I would have been so mad
it shouldn't be a commute.
Yeah, if I had to listen to this whole shit in the car, I would have been so fucking tight. Would have ruined my whole car ride. Listen to one on the way there, one on the way back.
Could you imagine like driving to New York, like, you know, you're going back, like, oh, the homies are gonna be there for whatever reason, like, you know, we're gonna link up, we're gonna chill, we're gonna drink, it's gonna be a good time. And you listen to either one of these albums on the way there, and by the time you get there, you're fucking pissed. And you can't even enjoy the first couple hours of being there because you're just like, I wasted so much time listening to this bullshit. I could have listened to a podcast. I could have, you know how much grinding I could do in Warframe in an hour and 48 fucking minutes? Like,
yeah. And here goes the evil genius medical prodigy thing. Cause this how little respect for our time that he has. I put this out and you should listen to the whole thing. Other artists make the decision like, nah, let's shorten it up. You know, we want this to be an enjoyable ride. Even one of the main things about the SoundCloud era of rap is these, you know, 1.5, 2-minute songs that help you keep your attention and not tire you out. And Kanye just like, fuck that. And both of these guys,
he had
so bloated.
He had a track that was 8 minutes and 48 seconds. And if you thought that was long, the part 2 of that same song breaks 11 minutes. And even with the locks on it, he still couldn't make me like the fucking song. Like,
And here goes the fucked up thing is, Kanye, both of these guys will do it. Kanye and Drake will change up the beat, complete beat in the middle of a song. When Drake does it, at least you still know it's the same song. When Kanye does it, you're not sure what song it's on. I'm just like,
you can't say that.
I'm like, this is the third beat change. It's the same song. Fucked with me,
bro. Because listening to the Drake shit, I you know, my earbuds are real good. Inspire earbuds. these shits are real good. I could walk very far away from my phone and still be listening to the music. And I walked away, and at a certain point, it kind of became white noise, and then I tuned back in, and I was like, wait, is this the same track? Honestly, it was the first fucking track. The first fucking track on what was it? Champagne Poetry. Yeah, Champagne Poetry. I was just like, this is the same song. Okay.
It reminded me of Tuscan Leather. Even though I did think that his intro was pretty good, it got me excited way more than fucking Donda chant. All right.
Oh yeah, no. It was. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Question of the day. And we're going to talk about a specific song from each one.
Okay. All right.
One, it's in two parts. The first part is Jail that good? Now, I do happen to think that Jail is probably one of the better songs on the album. Definitely great for me. It's definitely one of the more memorable ones. And the hook is maybe, and we may be in classic material here. So is Jail a classic song? And two, Way Too Sexy, the one with Future, which when that song came on, I think that's like track 7 or track 8. That's when I was just like, fuck this guy. Way Too Sexy with Future. You know, I'm too sexy for my syrup. I'm too. Nah, is that song classic or is it trash?
I gotta get my chakra together for this one. Okay, so Jail, not that great. Everyone who thinks that is a classic song, you're wrong. I learned earlier this evening that opinions can be wrong. So if your opinion is that the song is good, you're wrong. And honestly, Jail is a perfect example of Donda as a whole. The concepts, the things he's talking about are great, are meaningful, are conversations that we should have, we could have, things that could create progress. The execution is cyberpunk levels. Like we're talking about Fallout 76 here for my gamers. Like he fucked up. No, none of this is as great as anyone is telling you it is. And if you feel bad, and if you're like, yo, I really didn't feel that, but I don't feel comfortable saying that to anyone, put your fucking chin up, put your chest out, and tell them, I don't fuck with that. It's fine. You are righteous in your belief. Feel free to tell them it's wrong. Now, the Too Sexy joint. Also, not that good. Like, what? The use of that sample was cringy at best. Again, what he's talking about is fine. Like, I'm too good for the scissor. I'm too good for that's great. And what a message to come from Future, who put so many people onto that in his early career. That's great. The execution, fucking garbage. Like, let Future do the hook, let Ty Dolla $ign do the singing, because boy, he can sing his fucking ass off when they let him.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, because rapping Drake, what we have a lot on Certified Lover Boy, it only shows you how weak his singing voice actually is. It shows you, his limitations when it comes to him actually singing.
Drake cannot fucking sing.
Never.
And what makes me angry, what makes me so pissed off, is niggas gave T-Pain so much fucking shit for auto-tune. Like he wasn't putting together those melodies, those harmonies. Like he wasn't writing his ass off on those tracks. But you let Drake get on a fucking track and barbecue sing. That's what he does. Drake is that cousin you have who can kind of hold a note and you're just like, oh yeah, he can sing. No, he fucking can't. If you put Drake against Luther Vandross or fucking anyone in Boys to Men or the Temptations,
put him against Bryson Tiller
or Chris Brown, you can't. Drake can't fucking sing, and y'all keep The Weeknd can out-sing Drake, which is why I didn't want to be fucking signed under Drake.
The Weeknd can out-sing a lot of people, though. Oh, you sound like the second coming of Michael Jackson.
Damn, I couldn't say it fast enough. God damn. Like, bro, like, get the fuck. I don't understand.
He's like Michael Jackson with less of a drug habit.
He's the dark side of Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson put out all these positive fucking songs and shit, and The Weeknd is just like, yeah, but in the underground, this is what it was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but meanwhile, we have Drake over here just hammering us over and over again with this subpar fucking singing, and y'all allow it, and I hate y'all. I hate y'all. You know what really grinds my gears? You people. I fucking hate you for letting Drake get away with this shit. Oh.
Yes, they did, and because of that, we're to blame some. We're to blame for some of this. The fact of the matter is,
y'all are to blame.
Drake has put out such good music. I was always a Drake fan. Ever since So Far Gone came out, I was like, holy, and I was into very much, the college lifestyle stuff when it came out. I was like, and I knew, I was like, holy shit, this guy's gonna be something else. Like, I called it. As soon as I heard Uptown, I was just like, holy, first off, he's singing and he's rapping, and it's got Lil Wayne and Bun B in here. I was like, this guy is gonna be a problem. I don't think even I, who I felt like caught onto that pretty early, would have any idea of him growing into
how
what he
big
is
he
now.
Get. Right.
But at the same time, my biggest defense of him was that, say what you want about Drake, say what you want about how you feel about him, say what you want about how vulnerable he is or how soft he is. When it's all said and done, he puts out quality music time after time after time again. If your song sucks, put Drake on it for 20 bars, see what he does to it. And for the most part, that's true. And it is still true. But his last 3 albums have been a huge disappointment. And so has Kanye's.
After My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I have nothing for Kanye. I got nothing.
I really like Yeezus.
Nope.
Yeezus.
Nope.
Life of Pablo.
Nope.
Life of Pablo was a banger. Life of Pablo was
No,
good.
it wasn't. No, Ultra Light Beam was a banger. That's it. That's all we got.
All right.
That's it. That's the whole album. Get out of here. Die on that hill alone. Like,
okay. Time for the finale. Who wins? I think we could both agree that we're somewhat disappointed. I think we could both agree that we will probably never listen to these albums in their entirety again. Probably grab Jail, 7 a.m., wherever the fuck he was at, and maybe the Way Too Sexy.
I'm not listening to, I'm never listening to Jail ever again. I promise you. In either version.
That hook alone puts it in a different arena. Just mainly because the hook is really, really catchy and it's really funny. People are already using it all over TikTok. And the main thing is, what everybody keeps doing is when you're a D1 athlete and you break up with your white girlfriend before going pro, and in the background, guess who's going to jail tonight? That's the funniest shit.
This is why you motherfuckers can't have the internet. Like, this is exactly why the internet should be like, I fucking hate y'all. God damn it.
The funny thing is, I'm pretty sure you're not on TikTok and you really need to get on. And I'm going to tell you why.
I will not listen.
No. You're underselling it. Let me tell you why. It's just like Twitter. We know a lot of people.
I hate Twitter, so that was a bad start.
No, but listen. Let me tell you. I used to be the same way. I had Twitter since Twitter first came out. My Twitter is an old Twitter.
Right.
You got to get in where you fit in. There's a community for you.
Right.
Built just for you.
I've heard.
They're waiting for you to come.
I've heard.
They're waiting for you to get there. You just got to find it. It took me a while, but I found mine. Mine's is super black, dark humor TikTok. And you got to find something because you're just going to be on jailbait twerk TikTok. which covers about 90% of it.
Right. That's fine. That's fine. But here's my problem as a person who knows things, and it's so funny to be like a black man and like be like rah rah America, because a lot of these white people be like rah rah America and then they kids be on TikTok, which is owned by what country you say? China.
China.
Right. Exactly. And I'm just
well,
like,
a lot of these
yo,
owned by China. The company is Chinese, but
if the company's Chinese, the government owns that shit.
You don't want to give Shang-Chi your personal information?
You better check, because now
10 rings in your mailing address.
now picture this. First of all, that was fucking excellent. Good job.
Thank you.
Second of all, imagine this, right? You're a 14-year-old girl, white girl in, I don't know, Iowa.
Starbucks,
let's say.
Uggs, North Face jacket.
You know what I'm saying? You're doing the dances and all of that stuff or whatever, and you know, you get kind of popular, but you want to be more popular, and you do something that's a little questionable.
Say the N-word in a rap song in the car?
Fast forward 30 years. Now you're working for the United States government, because that's totally a job that white people can get. And now China is just like, ooh, we know her. We got some shit on her. You know what I'm saying? It's the long game. China, listen, I watch them motherfuckers. China plays the fucking long game. If we have supervillains in this world, those motherfuckers are it. A lot of people worried about Russia, blah, blah, blah. Nah, fuck Russia. China be on that shit. So I kind of feel a way when it comes to Chinese shit. I'm not making a TikTok account. However, thank you, Instagram, because people recycle all their TikTok shit onto Instagram Reels and stories.
And TikTok is so problematic and so unfair to black people that black people actively say, just go follow my IG. It's more interesting over there because this app fucking sucks.
And what happened when black people stopped making TikTok dances?
TikTok got boring and white girls wore less to get more attention.
This was one of the dances. Fucking Meg Thee Stallion gave the instructions in the lyrics. Hands on my knees, shake my ass on some thot shit.
People gotta stop.
And this is what they decided to do.
They gotta stop making songs dedicated just for TikTok. Because Drake did that with Tootsie Slide and they smelt that shit a mile away. But it's almost time to close it out. Who wins CLB versus Donda? Who emerges victorious? Who is the Logan Paul of this week's debuts? Oh, did you watch that fight?
That is, goddamn, that is the perfect way to put this, because it's the winner, but you don't want it to be the winner. Like, no, that is, goddamn, you're on your shit tonight. Like,
I only had two drinks.
Good
baby girl
job.
made some crab legs.
Dude, I had whole ass Dungeness crab.
She made the whole crab boil. Sausages and corn and shrimp. And let me tell you something. It was so many crab legs. I just broke. You know how you got the big leg and the little one and the other little one?
Yeah.
I just broke apart the big ones and threw away the rest. I drive a Benz. I can do that now.
Oh, he got money. Okay. My bad. I'm sorry, player. Let me stop wasting your time.
I was like, this is the little part of the crab, like, I felt like the shit. She's like, you're not gonna eat these shits? I was just like, put them in some foil for later.
I love listen. I want everyone to know how happy I am to hear this about a nigga I grew up with. Like,
yes, because
because there's so many niggas I grew up with that's not the fucking story at all. So yes.
what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in there with a pair of scissors and I'll scrape them out a little bit later. And what I do is I make some lobster mac and cheese with them.
Oh, God damn it. Look at you, just using every part of it as you should.
Yes.
Like,
right. But I'm not about to break up these French tip manicured nails on those little crab legs. Anyway.
hey, wait, hold on. Wait, no, fuck that. Fuck that for a second. Hold on. Going to the nail salon is not a bad thing for a man. It's nothing better. There's nothing. My girl took me, it was years ago, but my girl took me to go and like get a manicure. Mm-hmm. I went to my mom's in North Carolina for my birthday, and my girl took me to get a manicure, and like to sit there in the chair and have the most adorable white girl just like pamper my hands. It was men, please do not, I'll put it to you like this. If you feel like that makes you less of a man, you're not a man.
No, I got a whole manicure hair. Every time you talk, I just start doing the nails.
Like, bro,
I've actually never got one. And I'm thinking about going to get one.
Dude, really yo, do it.
And because I always keep my nails with a little bit of length, not a whole bunch,
right?
But just a little bit extra, just in case I ever get murdered, I can get some under my fingernails so they get caught. It's bad when you got to think like that. I'm too big to be getting murdered. Nobody better strangle me to death. I better be getting shot in my whole entire face. You're like, yeah, somebody grabbed them from behind and just choked them to death. Like, what? I'm very cautious about how I die.
Nah, you absolutely. I would totally tell you, like, yo, go get a manicure. Like that shit. Like it hit different, bro. Like it's a wonderful fucking thing. Go ahead, make it happen. Whatever. But moving on to who's the winner? The winner.
The winner. The winner. Winner is coming.
All right. Right. Winter is coming. Okay. So between CLB and Donda. CLB, bro. CLB. Like, CLB. I say that all day. No questions.
CLB is a more coherent.
Thank you, Slug.
Is more coherent, is more enjoyable, and is Drake rapping. And it wins by default from being less exhausting than Kanye's album. If your album is going to be that exhausting, it better be a fucking masterpiece. It better be something great. You know what was exhausting? Wu-Tang's second album, the double CD. Fucking exhausting, but worth it. Same thing with Bone's double album. Back when like double albums was like, holy shit, a double album. When Bone Thugs came out with their double album, their third one. You know, if it's gonna be exhausting like that, it better be fucking great. Even Nelly's Sweat and Suit was less exhausting as a double album with 30 tracks. So I understand you wanna try new things and you wanna go other places, but it needs to be much more coherent. Who got the best double album? That's a good question.
Outkast.
Biggie. Oh, Speaker Box and Love Below. Also a good one.
Yeah, and Love Below.
I'm probably gonna go with Biggie because it's one of the double albums that came out that I still play consistently, like a lot.
Okay.
Big Boy Shit.
Oh shit! He said Big Boy Shit was trash.
If we had you know what? That should be one that we do next. Speaker Box versus Love Below. Actually, no, because Slug is right. Slug is right. It wasn't close.
Yeah.
Big Boy should have gotten the Andre shit. I'm not gonna say it was trash, but
there was definitely
Andre
a
was
gap.
just on some other shit. Andre was going off.
There was a gap. There was definitely a gap.
But
honestly, like,
one of the things that make them work is because they're different. You know, it's their difference together which really makes them something very, very unique. And the fact that they're coming from the South. So, you know, you put them both. Neither one is as interesting without the other.
And
Even though Andre's still spitting.
I would say, and you know, I just had a conversation with one of my students about this. Like, we were talking about Linkin Park, and it's like listening to Chester sing without Mike Shinoda raps is cool. You know, he can sing and
Temple
stuff.
Pilots, Dead by Sunrise.
Right. That it's cool.
Yeah, I think he did great with Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But it's just like when you hear it, you want a little something more that's not there. And like same thing with Mike Shinoda. Like I bought the Fort Minor album. I loved that fucking album. It was great. And listening to Mike Shinoda spit, like me personally, and I'll defend this to the death, he's one of my favorite rappers. Yeah, you heard me right. Mike Shinoda is one of my favorite fucking rappers.
He gets spit.
Right. But like hearing Mike without Chester, it's just a little lacking. And it's like
even when they come in and do the bare minimum, like there'll be some songs with one of them is barely on it, just might come in. Just chord in the undertow, just chord in the undertow. I'm like, hey,
that's it. That's all I need. That's all I need. Like, I just need a little sprinkle of something. Yeah, and it's like, if it's not there, you feel
like Mike
that.
just walked in. He was like, hey, you guys doing a song? Can I get, I think I got something. Just want the undertow. All right, guys. See you at lunch.
Right. I'm gonna go work with these guys, but I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. Like, and that's it.
And then sometimes Chester comes in and just T-Pains it. Hey, I got the hook. Right. Goes about the day.
Bro.
It was great.
And
it's
great.
It was great.
God damn it. Okay.
It's still sad. Damn, now I'm all sad.
Right. No. Okay. So back to this shit. Okay. So yes.
Okay.
CLB.
I think we can both give it to CLB. CLB is more coherent, more enjoyable, less exhausting. The bad thing about it is it wins by default, and that really says a lot about Drake. Drake has now put up 3 mid albums. Well, probably more than that, but his last 3 has been superiorly mid. The mid, at best.
The real winner, as we previously said, is Nas. Nas smoked both they boots, easy, without question. Listen. Okay, so today, me and my girl, we went to her people's cribs. You know, we hung out, whatever. On the ride there and on the ride back, we listened to King's Disease 2. Bruh. Even I asked her, I was like, yo, what'd you think? And she was just like, yeah, I like that shit. Like, that shit was dope. And I was like, right, it had that, like, that adult vibe. It had that grown man shit. And she was like, yes. It was just, it felt.
Yeah, it felt
it
good.
was a vibe.
Felt good.
Yes, it felt good.
Oh, man,
good.
Death Row East. You know what? We gotta come back and do Nas. We gotta come back and do it.
We got to. Yeah. We gotta pay full respect to that album. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? And we can run them both back to back. Well, you know what? Before we get out of here, I almost forgot because we always do, so many subjects. It's been a while since we just focus on one. I totally forgot. Recommendation Station.
Oh, and I'm ready.
You got.
I'm ready.
What you got?
Oh, okay. What, yo, bro? J. Cole. Okay, we talked about him earlier. You gotta catch the YouTube. You gotta catch the YouTube and see what we was talking about. And it's cool.
J. Cole
Whatever.
is dope.
All right,
and J. Cole shit ain't never mid. Maybe the second album. No. The second one was dope.
Bro. J. Cole ain't miss. Nice. In my opinion, he ain't miss.
I love J. Cole. I fucking hate J. Cole fans.
Oh.
Tone, we're talking about you. If you're ever catching this, we're talking about you, Tone.
Oh, shit.
I love you. I just hate it when you talk about J. Cole. I just hate it. You know J. Cole don't even have features like that. He got a whole album with fucking features. Shut the fuck up, nigga. We know he nice. We know. We love him too. Can we talk about something else? It's a beautiful day today. Let's go outside.
Don't you listen to anybody else? I don't even know. I'm just talking shit.
We know he's nice. We love him
me.
Too. What do you got for our listeners this week?
But yes. Let me choo it. down the recommendation station. I finally sat down, and I do not like shows that are sad. For lack of a better word, I don't like sad shows. I think reality is sad enough, and I typically avoid shows that are just like downers. However, I sat down and I watched all of Euphoria, starring
I love Zendaya.
Oh my God.
I've been meaning to do that. I watched most of the first episode, and I was trying to watch it with wifey. She couldn't get into it. And
it's
one of those
because
shows,
it's heavy.
It's heavy. It is heavy. It's heavy.
Bro.
Even one episode in, but it was good.
Oh my God.
Didn't she get an Oscar for it?
I don't know.
I think
but if she didn't, she should.
Yeah, I think she did.
Bro, she fucking smoked that shit. And I gotta say, the supporting cast, I mean, to me at least, for such an
Emmy Award for outstanding lead actress.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
That's a big one.
Deserved.
I believe it.
Like,
I believe
honestly, the show on so many levels. On one level, just looking at the lead actors, just looking at Zendaya. There we go. Zendaya. She smoked it. Just for her performance alone, the show was worth watching. Then the supporting cast, a bunch of people I don't know that I've never seen before, just infiltrated my entire fucking life. My God. Like, I care so much about these people, and it was only 8 goddamn episodes. Well done.
I think they have a special. I think they have like 2 or 3 specials out, which is like 1 episode shoot-offs in between too.
I need to find those. I need
Max.
those in my life.
I'm glad you feel that way, because I've been meaning to watch it, and I'm glad. I think that's a real solid choice. Only because I know the actress and I heard great things about it.
Honestly, like the music, the content, like I think the people who really need to watch it will probably never watch it. The people who really need to watch it are the older generation, the boomer generation, who have no idea what kids are going through right now. And this is a fantastic view of how complex your life can get and how quickly it can happen. Like, this is only, I want to say the first season is only a year of their lives. And there's some flashbacks and stuff like that, but we're only experiencing 1 year of their lives, of all the characters' lives. And Jesus, Joseph and Mary, high school is not what we went through, bro. Like,
I thought we're just beating people up, spades and beef patties.
Right, like, it was light work for us. For them, with social media, get out of here. It's a whole nother fucking thing.
Oh, God. I'm glad. I think that's a real solid choice, and probably one of the first times that I get one of those recommendations, I'll probably immediately go watch it.
Yeah, good call.
Mine's is two-pronged, and normally, even with Euphoria and what I'm about to suggest, usually I hate to suggest stuff that people already know about, and, just already famous stuff that doesn't need us to really pump it up more.
Right.
But Money Heist Season 5 came out, Part 5. And Money Heist, it's on Netflix. It's a show from Spain, and it was one of those shows that it was kind of cool, and then it got canceled. Yes. And Netflix picked it up, and it went crazy. It is really high-quality, action-packed TV. Some of the acting is over the top, but sometimes they're doing too much. But the reason why it is an international phenomenon is because it's good. It's good. You have characters you can feel, characters you will like, characters you will hate. Some shit that don't make sense, some stuff is not based in reality. But no matter what, every hour you put into it is not an hour wasted. It's a good ride. The second one is I just got a text, and it's Billions has just come back for the second half of season 5. Billions is a show. It's on Showtime, and I like Showtime always has one show in rotation that I would love to death. Ray Donovan recently ended. I saw the first season of Shameless. I've been meaning to get back into it, but poor white people behaving badly has never been my thing. Billions.
Yeah, I've heard good things, but I don't particularly give a shit.
Maybe someday it'll be something that I binge once it hits like 11 seasons or something.
Right.
But Billions is about a United States attorney in New York and a hedge fund manager, and they're just going back and forth. Now, the attorney's wife works as a psychologist with the hedge fund manager, and it's just them going back and forth. It's got Paul Giamatti.
So it's just this triangle just running around, like
not so much. I mean, everybody's involved, but it's really just these two guys going at it, and pretty much all the peripheral fights around it. And it stars Paul Giamatti, who's great in everything.
Absolutely.
And Damian Lewis, who was in Homeland, and he was amazing in the first couple of seasons in Homeland before they killed off his character. It's great peak TV. Now, not every episode is a huge hit, but it's just overly enjoyable. You're not going to miss it. That's going to be Billions and Money Heist season 5.
And
anything else for our listeners?
Once again, co-signing Euphoria. That was absolutely my shit. And I don't know if we talked about this, but Call Me If You Get Lost. Tyler, the Creator.
We reviewed it.
Like
2 episodes ago.
No, fuck that. I'm saying it again. Like, I'm still listening to that shit.
We reviewed it. It was one of the albums for the week.
Bro, fuck that. I'm saying it again. That shit, that's my shit. Bro, like, I just listened to that whole album. Like,
it was definitely Tyler Creator's best work so far. And I'm a huge fan of Tyler, the Creator. I'm not a huge fan of all of his music all the time, but I generally like him. And this was just a good fun ride. And it wasn't exhausting. And just some of his best work.
Right.
I love hearing people get better. I love hearing people get better.
Someone who can give you an 8-minute song and you're not like, oh, fuck, this is 8 minutes. Like, yeah, he gave you that. And also, if you're not playing Warframe and you have a goddamn video console, why are you not? Why? It's free to play. What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? You could be a space ninja or a space pirate or both. And it's their thing. Whatever. Okay,
for me,
I'm fine.
I got to finish up Spider-Man. And I'm not going to lie, immediately as soon as I'm done with Spider-Man, I wanted to replay The Last of Us 1 and 2. I was going to get Madden. Yeah, I mean, I have both. I'm going to replay them both back to back.
Oh my God.
It was fun.
Jesus.
And now that I got like New Game Plus, I can go back and fuck shit up. That's going to do it for us. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for our time. Anita Baker Rapture is what I'm bumping right now. Okay.
No skips. Like...
No skips? All right, I'm going to check it out. That's going to do it for us.
You never heard it?
No, I haven't listened to it yet. It's on my like to listen list.
Are you?
I saw
Anita Baker in concert. My mom took me to see her at the DPAC at Duke University, and I'm sitting there like, oh, I'll go see it. Like, yeah, Anita Baker, cool. I don't know that many songs. By the time I left, I had fucking Mickey Mouse hands from clapping along too goddamn long. Like, my shits were for real fucking swollen. It was she took her shoes off. She was just like, listen, I'm going in right now. I need to take these off. I need to fucking have fun like the rest of y'all. It's whatever. She's a goddamn legend. How have you not heard that? Okay, I'm fine. Whatever.
I know. Listen, I know she's a legend. And I know everybody's really talking about her because she just got all her masters back too. So big shout out to Anita Baker. Congratulations to her.
Yes.
Yeah, got all her masters and shit back. She's celebrating. Yes. That's going to do it for us. Thank you for joining us. Once again, I am MTV Malik. He is Ace Metaphor. This is 224 The Basement. Good night.